So buddy, it's what Jim, and I know I usually do a review of sorts today, but the reason why I'm not doing it today is because it's a similar reason to why I didn't do a review on Monday last week, and it's because the musician this video is going to be to do with is Roy Orbison, and he sadly passed away on this day today, which is the 6th of December. So that's why I decided to go ahead and do this instead of a review on Monday, which I'll be going ahead and doing on Wednesday instead. So this is for my top 10 Roy Orbison songs. This is my own opinion, and you can let me know yours in the comment section below. He's got my favourite singing voice of all time. I think pretty much all of his songs are great. I love a lot of his songs, and he just got such an amazing voice. And so I'm really looking forward to going ahead and do the top 10, my top 10 Roy Orbison songs. I've even got the glasses ready. So that being said, let's get started with my 10th favourite Roy Orbison song. Before we get started as well, I want to mention just a few of the songs in case you don't know who Roy Orbison is. He sang songs like Oh Pretty Woman, which appeared in the film Pretty Woman. He's also done songs like Crying, In Dreams, and Only the Lonely. They're like his ones that I think most people would know, especially Oh Pretty Woman, if that's like his most well-known song. So that he sings those songs, and now let's get to it with my number 10. My number 10 is Love Hurts, which is from the Crying album, an amazing Roy Orbison album, one that I have listened to all the way through, and I just thought it was just such an incredible album. But Love Hurts, I just find it just a beautiful song. I think Roy's voice is amazing, which I'll be talking a lot about in this video, just because of it. It just got such an amazing singing voice, and I think the song's just really sweet as well. It can get stuck in your head. I find it quite a relaxing song. His song's not the most powerful in the song, but I think that's what I quite like about it. All of his songs need to have his voice being really powerful, because he's just got that great of a voice. But I've not really got too much else to really say about it. I actually had this before I woke up today as my 9th favourite, but I listened to my 10th favourite again. We'll just click through it, and I think I do prefer the one that I had as number 10, which is why I've now got it as number 9, which we'll get to it now. And that song is It's Over, which is a single. It's not appeared on a studio album, but it has appeared on some compilation albums. So I just absolutely love this one. And the reason why I prefer it to Love Hurts is just because Roy's voice is just even better here. It's really powerful. It gets me emotionally, just because it just got such an incredible voice, especially in this song. And the last 20 seconds of this song, I think it's just mind-blowing. I absolutely love it. But just the whole song is really enjoyable. I think the verse is really lovely as well. And I just think it's just an all-round perfect Roy Orbison song. Now we'll continue on with my number 8. So before we continue with the video, I want to mention that link in the description below. I've got 6 Roy Orbison albums, my top 5 plus a compilation album, which is the Essential Roy Orbison. I've not listened to all of his albums. These are the only ones I have listened to. There is another compilation album I've listened to, but it's either going with that other compilation album or the Essential, but the Essential's got a lot more songs on, so that's one of them, as well as Roy Orbison at the Rock House, Sings Lonely in Blue, Crying, In Dreams, and Mystery Girl. And Mystery Girl is my favourite of those studio albums. Then it's going to go ahead and be Crying for me, then Sings Lonely in Blue, which all 3 of them I think are a masterpiece. In Dreams I think is close to being a masterpiece, and then all before that is Roy Orbison at the Rock House. I enjoyed that one. I didn't think it was amazing, but I still did enjoy the album quite a bit. I still thought it was a great album, and all of those albums are linked in the description below. If you want to go ahead and listen to them, you go ahead and listen to them now if you want, or you can go ahead and do it after the video. I recommend to listen to it if you don't know that many songs from Roy Orbison, or you don't know any songs from Roy Orbison, and you want to know what he's like. And also, if you love Roy Orbison, and there's a few songs you still not listened to from him. So now we'll continue with the video, but I thought I'd mention it in case you want to hear more songs from Roy Orbison. So my number 8 is one of 3 songs from the Mystery Girl album, released in 1989, the year after Roy Orbison sadly passed away. which is just such an incredible album. It's a masterpiece. It's close to being in my top 10 albums of all time. In fact, it could end up being in my top 10 albums. It has been at some points in my life, but for the time being, it's up there as one of my favourite albums, just not quite in my top 10 yet. And the first song from the album is which is my number 8 song, and that is You Got It. You Got It does sound quite familiar to a Pretty Woman, but I don't think of that as a bad thing. I think of it as quite a good thing, really, because I love Oh Pretty Woman, which we'll get to shortly in this top 10 video. But I just absolutely love You Got It. I just think, what an opener for an incredible album. That's really all I say. I think the drumming's excellent. I think it's probably the catchiest one of the 3 that I've mentioned so far. So, I've not really got too much else to really say about it. It's just such an enjoyable song. A song that definitely puts a smile on my face. And that's really all I'm going to say for my number 8. We'll continue on with my number 7, which is another song from the Mystery Girl album. And that is A Love So Beautiful. Before we talk about it, though, that there was this Mystery Girl documentary on how they made the album. And it goes through how they made every single song. Roy Orbison doesn't write his own songs. He does get involved, though, and some of them he did write on his own. So, for A Love So Beautiful, his voice is just incredible here as well. Roy Orbison actually got emotional after singing it, probably because he realised just how amazing his voice is. I just absolutely love it. I just think, as the title says, I just think it is a beautiful song that it just really does get to me emotionally. And I don't listen to it too often, but when I do listen to it, it just the magic's still there when I listen to it, and I feel like just talking about it, I want to listen to that song even more. It's just such an amazing song. But now we'll go on to my number 6, which is another single, and that is Oh Pretty Woman, his most iconic song, which is also used, like I said at the beginning of the video, in the Pretty Woman film, which I've still yet got to see. But it's just iconic. It's just classic 60s. It's an incredible song. I think the drumming part is amazing at the beginning, and just the whole way through the song. And I love the intro and the outro of the song. I think it's just done really, really well. And it really just amps you up until you get to Roy Orbison's voice, which then is just, the song's in a whole new level when his voice comes in. And it's just such a really catchy, such an enjoyable song. The music in it is just amazing, not just with his voice, but with the instrumentation as well. It's just a real feel good song that I think I'll be a bit surprised if you haven't heard that one. But if you haven't heard of it, I'd highly recommend to listen to it. But now we'll move on to my number 5, or my top 5. And this is my favourite song from the 1988 Mystery Girl album, and that is She's a Mystery to Me. I absolutely love it. Bono, the lead singer of U2, he actually wrote this for Roy Orbison, which I just find amazing. There's a whole story behind it, but I won't spoil it. I'd recommend to watch that documentary. If I can find out the name, I will link it in the description. What it's called, in case you want to go ahead and find it for yourself. There's also a concert that Roy Orbison did. It's just such an incredible concert. There's so many familiar faces in that concert. It's just Roy Orbison singing his songs with some famous musicians playing instruments and doing backing vocals and all sorts of stuff like that. But she's a mystery to me. We'll continue talking about that. It's just a really beautiful song. I absolutely love it. It's fantastic. The reason why I've got it this high is just because I just purely think it's just better than all those other ones. I've not really got too much else to really say about it. I just absolutely love it. It is pretty much the title track for the album, and I think with good reason. It's my favourite song from the album. I just think nothing really tops that song in that album for me. And it's just such an amazing song. And now we'll continue on with my number 4. One more thing I want to mention about Mystery Girl is it's actually produced by Jeff Lynne, the lead singer of ELO, who's also produced a couple of albums for Tom Petty as well. He's just an incredible producer. He's even produced an album for a Beatle, George Harrison. He's just such an incredible producer, and did such amazing job on that album. To Jeff Lynne, I definitely applaud you for that. But my number 4 favourite Roy Orbison song is I Drove All Night. That is from his final album, but sadly he passed away before this album was released, and it was released in 1992. And that is, I just figured it out today. I've actually got the page on Wikipedia open, and I believe if I go to the top, the album's called King of Hearts. So I can't like that name title, but I've actually not listened to the album, so I've definitely got to do myself a favour and listen to that at some point. I might even listen to it today. We'll just have to wait and see. But I Drove All Night. Oh, I just absolutely love I Drove All Night. So I was playing Alan Wake, which actually had a Roy Orbison song in, which is In Dreams. We'll get to that one soon. So and afterwards, my dad showed me another song for Roy Orbison, and he showed me I Drove All Night. I actually thought it was just a Celine Dion song, but no, it's actually a Roy Orbison song before it was Celine Dion, and Cyndi Lauper also covered it as well. It's quite a covered song, but I think for good reason. It's just such an amazing song. And when I first heard it, I thought, wow, this guy could definitely sing. I didn't know he had. I didn't know he had that amazing voice. I mean, I know he did have an amazing voice, but I didn't know he could be that amazing. I just absolutely loved it. I just think it's just an amazing song, and I just love thinking about the song as well. And it's just a very, just a very emotional and enjoyable song as well. And I've not really got too much else to really say about it. It's just, it's also produced by Jeff Lynne as well, which makes the song even more amazing. And it's just an incredible piece of music, really. And I feel like it's been one of Roy Orbison's last songs he recorded. Well, that was released. He definitely left one of his best songs towards the end of his music journey. Well, unfortunately, it passed away before this song was released, but it was recorded the year before his death in 1987. So that's really all I'm going to say for Drove All Night. Just such an incredible song. All of these songs, I've got nothing but positive things to say about them. They're all masterpieces to me. So now we'll get to it with my top three. We're nearly there with my favourite Roy Orbison song. Number 3 is a Roy Orbison song that I actually sang on my Halloween video, Halloween 2021 video, and that is Only the Lonely, or Only the Lonely, no, the way I feel, however you want to call it, and it's from the Lonely in Blue album. I absolutely love it. It's just such an amazing song, and when you first hear those backing singers, it's the first Roy Orbison song you might have heard, and if it is, you probably thought, although those backing singers are Roy Orbison, but then your mind's blown as soon as you hear Roy Orbison's voice, and it's just, I just think it's absolutely amazing that the backing vocals are done rather well, but it's Roy Orbison's voice that just really makes the song even that much better, and at the moment it's in my top 100 songs of all time. I'm not sure if it's going to stay there, but at the moment it is. I just absolutely love it that much. It's very iconic to him. It's one of his first songs, and I think it's also one of his best as well. I've not really got too much else to really say about it. It's just a brilliant song. It's a masterpiece. But now we're going to move on to my number 2. Number 2 is the song Crying from the Crying album. Oof. Where do we start with this one? I've got quite a few things to mention about this one. The instrumentation's amazing. The melody and the lyrics are amazing as well. It can be quite sad, and it's just such an amazing song. And I think it's Roy Orbison's best song in terms of his vocals. I still don't think it's my favourite Roy Orbison song. It could well be eventually, but I just absolutely love Crying. I sometimes think of the Only Fools and Horses episode when someone was singing Crying, but actually they weren't singing Crying, they were singing Crying instead. So it does bring me back memories of watching that a few weeks back. But also it's just a song I just find very emotional. Sometimes I listen to it thinking, wow, he's got such an amazing voice. But sometimes I thinking about it, just paying attention to the lyrics, and that really gets me when I do it like that. It always gets to me, this song, and I think it always will. I absolutely love Crying, and I just think it's just one of Roy Orbison's best songs, and I think it's his best song in terms of his vocals as well. But now we'll move on to my number one. And my number one is from the In Dreams album, and that is, in fact, In Dreams, my favourite Roy Orbison song. I believe he actually wrote all this song himself without any help whatsoever. I'll actually go ahead and check on Spotify so I can confirm that on this video. I just checked, and it's produced by someone called Fred Foster, and Roy Orbison, it says on Spotify that he did write this song all by himself, which I just find amazing. Well, he's the only person that's credited for it anyway. I'm not sure if he did write it all by himself, but I wouldn't be surprised if he did. I think the lyrics are really, really amazing. I think the instrumentation, the melody is amazing. Every single thing about the song, I could just go on and on and on about how much I love it, but I don't want the video to be half an hour long. It's a song that also appeared in the game Alan Wake. That was when I first heard it. I think I heard it in an advert, but I thought, what is this song? This song's amazing. Who is it by? And my dad said it's Roy Orbison, and then it showed me I Drove All Night. So, just two amazing Roy Orbison songs. I listened to one day there. I didn't find that until a few years later. It was actually him that sang Oh Pretty Woman. And I've been getting into him lately because of Traveller Wilburys. He's in that supergroup band, which eventually I will do videos on that. It also had Bob Dylan, Tom Petty, Jeff Lynne, and George Harrison as well. Just what a lineup there. It's just incredible that. But I just absolutely love In Dreams. Why I prefer it to Crying is because I feel like it's a song that's a bit more personal to me, and it's a song that's a bit more personal to Roy Orbison, the fact that I think he wrote it all. So I absolutely love it. It's in my top 100 songs. This and Crying are definitely always going to be in my top 100 songs. Hopefully they always will be. We'll just have to wait and see, I guess. But for now, In Dreams is my favourite song from Roy Orbison. Could end up being Crying, but for now it is In Dreams, just because it's more of an important song to me, more than Crying at the moment. But Crying is the winner for Roy Orbison's best vocals for me. But that's it. We've done my top 10 Roy Orbison songs. You can let me know yours in the comment section below, but please be respectful of people's opinions. That's really all I'm going to say for this video. I enjoyed making it, and rest in peace, and peace and love to Roy Orbison. You're just such an amazing musician. You've got the best vocals of all time. And thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and comment. That's really all I'm going to say for this video. I hope you enjoy watching it as well. And linked in the description are going to be all the 10 songs I listed. What I mentioned, all of them are going to be linked in the description. So my number 10 to my favourite Roy Orbison song on YouTube, in case you want to listen to them. And I might find some music videos for a few of them. We'll just have to wait and see what I do there. And also linked in the description, I might have those two those two movies, or those two videos to do with Roy Orbison, which I saw on TV, and they were how they made the Mystery Girl album, and him doing a concert with so many other famous celebrities. It is in black and white, but it was filmed in the 80s though, so the black and white is meant to make the film look even better and even cooler, and I think it definitely does. I think it definitely makes the film look a lot more unique, the fact that this was filmed in the 80s. But that's really all I'll say for this video. I know I've said that about 3 times now, and rest in peace and love to Roy Orbison. I'll see you guys in the next video, and until then, ciao. Now, do I sing In Dreams, Crying, or Only the Lonely? I've got it. Only the Lonely. Okay, might as well do a little bit of crying. Crying. And now we'll do one part of the song for In Dreams as well. We might as well while we're here. In dreams you're mine, all of the time. Okay, that's all the singing I'm going to be doing for this video. I'll see you guys in my next video. Until then, ciao.